This recce began with a simple objective: to explore the possibility of building a new overseas experiential leadership training program in Asia. Something ambitious, immersive, and grounded in real terrain. The recce was more than just exploration. It was a chance to test ideas, validate possibilities, and shape a program that could challenge participants physically, mentally, and emotionally. We would navigate unexplored mountain terrain, assess new technical sites, and piece together the foundations of a leadership journey built through shared hardship and adventure. Kanchanaburi became our ground zero. The first objective brought us to Khao Pratu, a potential new abseil site known as Tortoise Cave. 70 meters. That number alone changes the conversation. On day one, we approached from the base, surveying the cave exit. The climb up was short but steep, enough to slow the pace and demand focus, but manageable for a controlled participant experience. The cave was massive, quiet, almost cathedral-like. Every frame captured told a story of scale and raw beauty. But beyond the visuals, we were already assessing. Flow of movement, entry and exit points, emergency considerations. After a lunch break, we made our way up Khao Pratu to survey the abseil dispatch site. At the top, we began surveying the potential anchor zone. Every decision here mattered. It had to be safe, but it also had to be meaningful. Challenging enough to create pressure, controlled enough to manage risk. We returned to Tortoise Cave the next day with a clear objective: build and validate the system. We worked with anchor slings using ropes, tapes, and cables to create redundancy and strength across multiple points. Additional safety measures were layered in: controlled movement from entry to dispatch point. Safety lines attached before participants even approach the edge. Everything designed to reduce uncertainty without removing the challenge.
Yep.
Beyond technical activities, the program needed a mission objective. Something that pushes the teams over time. Something that demands endurance, decision-making, and cohesion. We found that in what the locals call Elephant Mountain. 2 peaks, one larger, one smaller, facing each other. At first glance, the larger mountain seemed like the obvious choice, and in some ways it was. The ascent was more straightforward, but it felt untouched. No clear trail, no defined route, just terrain that required constant reading and adaptation. It felt like stepping into something new. The summit felt truly earned after pushing through unforgiving terrain, constant obstacles, and every challenge the mountain threw at us. And standing above it all, the view made every difficult step worth it. We headed out early the next morning for the smaller second peak. It told a different story. More technical, more demanding. There are sections that required careful movement, plenty of scrambling, and moments where precision mattered more than speed. Calling Elephant Mountain big and small almost does not do justice to the experience. Each presented its own kind of challenge. Together they presented us with options. And options are what allow us to design with intention. By the end of the recce, we were not walking away with a finished program. But we had something just as important. A skeletal blueprint. A clear sense of what's possible. How different elements can connect. Where the key moments of challenge, reflection, and growth can exist. From abseiling and trekking to climbing and beyond, the pieces are coming together into something much larger than the sum of its parts. This is the work behind the experience. Not just designing activities, but building a leadership journey. One that challenges limits, demands leadership, and stays with the participants long after it ends. And this is only the beginning.